Jai Shriman Narayan.
Jai Shriman.
Jai Shriman Narayan.
Jai Shriman.
Jai Shriman Narayan.
Jai Shriman.
I pay my obeisances to my spiritual master, Srimad Jagadguru Sudarshan Acharya Maharaj. I pay my obeisances to Lord Sri Ramanuj. I pay my obeisances to our Purva Acharyas. I pay my obeisances to our 12 Alvars. I pay my obeisances to Mother Lakshmi, and I pay my obeisances to Lord Sriman Narayan. I welcome all of you here physically at the Sri Narayan Dham in Durban, South Africa. I welcome those that's watching this discourse locally, nationally, and internationally, and I welcome in advance those that's going to be watching the discourse when it is posted on YouTube and the various groups from around the world subsequently. Likely so. We proceed on our topic, the soul. But before we understand the soul in its true facet, we need to understand subjects that are inherently involved with the soul. And one of the most important errors that are made currently is through language. So I've done this test before and I would like to do it again. Language is an utterance from a human being. And I'm sure there are thousands of languages in the world currently. So language is an utterance of the sound that is made through a human. And our problem in society is that we claiming through language to be superior to other languages. So initially, language was produced through deflection of the tongue. That's how language is produced. You remove the tongue, one cannot speak. But the tongue controls a particular series of words and sentences. There is a universal sound that appears from humanity without the deflection of the tongue. That universal sound, through the deflection of the tongue, creates different languages, with its substratum being that one sound. I don't know if you understand. It's like taking water from a tap and putting 1,000 straws, and that water that emits itself from the tap, when it enters the straws, it goes through other dimensions. Are you understanding? So similarly, sound is one that appears from the human being, and that sound is called Om. That sound is called Om. This sound has no deflection, and you're going to try it. This sound has no deflection. It does not need the tongue. It does not need the tongue. You can try it. So keep your tongue in the middle of your mouth in a neutral position and emit the sound Om. Try it. Om. From start to beginning until you ended that sound, the tongue was not involved. Now, for those people that want to refute what I'm saying, then give me a sound without touching the tongue. For those people that want to dispute what I'm saying the universal sound in all of humanity is Om. So if anyone wants to dispute that, then they can create a sound other than Om without using this tongue. That's an open challenge to anyone in the world as a human. This sound must emanate from your voice box. This sound must come from you. So as I'm speaking, the Om is entering my mouth first. Then I'm using my tongue to give you formulated words. Are you understanding? The Om has to come up first, then I deflect it with my tongue. My tongue, my mouth, and my lips. Tongue, mouth, and lips. You can watch me, Ashmita. Tongue, mouth, which is the chamber inside that amplifies and assists to formulate the words that I am speaking. Are you understanding? So the source of the sound for any language is Om. Am I proving it? Am I proving it? Source of sound for any language is Om. Then from the word Om, I'm speaking English. And thank God I do not know any other languages. So people cannot say I am biased. The only language that I know is English. I'm using the sound and the energy. Sound is energy because it can be calculated. If you take my voice and run it through a computer, it will tell you what energy that was emitted or is being emitted through me speaking. So from the sound Om, there is a vibration. My tongue is vibrating, is it not? Whilst I am speaking, my tongue is vibrating. Vibration creates frequencies. This frequency is captured by this mic, is it not? Then it is taken to the amplifier, and then from the amplifier it is taken to the speaker. From the speaker it enters your eardrums as energy, as sound energy, and after you identify the sound, it is extinguished in your eardrum. It's not stored, it is extinguished. Yes? So let us examine this scientifically. Let us examine this scientifically. I am transferring the energy Om into you as I'm speaking. Am I not? Am I transferring Om through vibrated frequencies under words into your ear? And this is why there are scriptures called eternal law. There are scriptures called eternal law, and in these scriptures everything starts with Om and everything ends with Om. Do you understand why everything starts with Om and it ends in Om? Because Om is the natural language of the universe. Om is the natural language of the universe. Have you heard birds in the morning? Have you heard birds chirping in the morning? What sound do you think comes out first through a bird before it is deflected into chirping? What sound? What sound do you think comes out of our dog Lakshman when he barks before it enters the deflection of his tongue? So every living organism in this universe, the universal language is Om, and then it is deflected into different languages. And I'm going to give you an example. And see if you can find the identification of this. So the first word is tufatan. Tufatan, it's an Arabic word. It's called tufatan. The second word is sevpal. It's a Sanskrit word. Sevpal. Sevpal. And the third word is tepi-ak. Tepi-ak. So if you have to formulate these words originating from Om and then deflecting and vibrating through the tongue, the mouth and the lip, look what it's telling you in Arabic. Tufa, tan. It's telling you in Sanskrit, sev, pal. And it's telling you in Hebrew, tepu, ak. Tepu, T-E-P-U, with an apostrophe, A-C-H. Look at how the vibrations changed for describing one entity. Alright? Look how the vibration, the energy and the vibration and the frequencies are different for describing the same thing. In English, it's called apple. In English, it's called, in Arabic, tufatan. In Sanskrit, sevpal. And Hebrew, tepu-ak. Look at the vibration, look at the total difference. Would you say these three words mean apple? Would you say these three words mean apple? Look how we divide ourselves in language. From these three languages, which is more superior in showcasing an apple? Which is more superior than showcasing an apple? Do you understand? So in the same way, in Arabic, there is something called Ruh, R-U-H. In Hebrew, it's called Nipesh. And in Sanskrit, it's called Atma. Look at the soul. The soul in Arabic means Ruh. The soul in Sanskrit is Atma, and the soul in Hebrew is Nipesh. Like a Hindi name, Nipesh. Those of you who have no children, you're going to have children, or the next set of children, if it's a boy, the name must be Nipesh. Jessica, don't smile, you're too old to have a child.
Grandchild.
Grandchild, okay. Satish is blushing in her back. Then we come to the most important aspect. Creator God in Arabic is Allah. Creator God in Hebrew is Elohim, and Creator God in Sanskrit is Nara. Apple, soul, God. Do you understand where I'm taking you?
Yeah.
You understand where I'm taking you? The word Creator God you see, language and words denote a natural entity. That entity has to exist first. Then you have to have a word to denote it. There's no word that exists without an entity that's existing. Think about it. Think of any word that you know where there is an absence of an entity that you're describing. Besides wife. Wasn't it laughing loud? Please, Satish can laugh. Now you know why Satish sits 100 kilometers away. Okay, Guru is joking. Okay, now Jessica is laughing. Do you understand? So for a word to exist, there has to be an entity that the word describes. Yes? So that entity has to exist first, then the word describes it subsequently. So when we say Creator God has to exist, then a language through words have to exist to denote him naturally. When you say Creator God, it must be natural. Must it not be? When you say apple, it's natural. You meaning apple. Apple exists already, and as soon as we say apple, naturally an apple comes to mind. Alright? You know, be like Satish Bhai, then he'll ask which apple, granny apple, red apple, green apple. Right? Otherwise, an apple is an apple, naturally apple. Alright? Similarly, when you say Creator God, then the word in your language have to naturally denote Creator God. So if you use the word Allah, Allah is Creator God in Arabic. Now this is where I can clinch my argument. I can clinch my argument. What does that mean, Jessica? I'm clinching my argument. I'm corroborating my argument. So Arabic was a language used long before Islam, yes? Islam is 1,400 years ago. Arabic we find in literature through science existing 3,000-4,000 years, yes?
Yes.
So Creator God in Arabic, which now is used by Islam. So Arabic is also a language. Okay, let us first establish where Arabic, which part of the world Arabic exists.
Africa,
Middle East,
Middle East.
yes? It's existing from Adam's time, Abraham's time, yes? So during Abraham's time, which is about 4,000 years ago, Arabic was already in existence. So Arabic is a language that was also used by the Jewish faith, was it not?
Yes.
Remember, Arabic is not a religion, it's a language. So Arabic in the Jewish, the word Allah in the Jewish faith through Arabic will mean, if a Jew is speaking Arabic and you ask him who's the creator God, what name will he give you?
Allah.
Yes? If a Christian is speaking Arabic, if a Christian is speaking Arabic and you ask the Christian what is the name of the creator God, what name will the Christian give you?
Allah.
And naturally the Muslim will give you that name, Allah. Are you understanding? Are you understanding language? Language is not religion. Unfortunately, we have made Tamil a religion. Have we not, Vasan?
Yes.
Is Tamil a religion?
No.
Tamil is a
Language.
language. You understand? So I think I must find all these things in Tamil because I have Vasan here, you might not understand. So I must find creator God in Tamil. Are you understand where I'm going with this topic?
Mm.
You understand where I'm going with this topic? Our differences in language have divided us, has it not?
Yes.
Look at Tamil and look at Hindi. Are we divided?
Yes.
We divide ourselves as North Indians and South Indians. You understand? Do you know, Vasan? I want you to research the origin of the Tamil language. Can you research for me for next week? Vasan is very dodgy. Next week he might be back in Kimberley. Vasan is where the diamonds are. Normally you say humans are where the gold is. Vasan changed that. He is where the diamonds are. So, to understand the soul, you have to understand the different circumstances the soul undergoes. So science has come up with a theory called unified field. Science has come up with a theory, I think recently, called the unified field. Unified field, from the unified field, the universe takes its birth. From the unified field, the universe takes its birth. All the elements that you find in the universe takes its birth from the unified field. My job is to teach you unified consciousness. My job is to teach you unified consciousness. What would unified consciousness mean to you? The word unified. Oneness. And where does consciousness emanate from? From the... Is consciousness not an attribute of the soul? Every soul exists through its consciousness, which is one of its attributes. So if science has come now to the conclusion that there is a unified field in existence, unified field in existence, and if you have been following me diligently, then you will realize that I have been teaching that unified field, that unified field, which is energy, has been transformed into plants, animals, reptiles, and humans. So that uniform field has been dressed through different bodies. That unified field has been dressed with different bodies. And my job is to coherently and through commonsensical discourses show you that the dressing you are wearing is superficial. That which is inside you is identical to what is inside an animal, inside a plant, inside an insect. All living entities are identical. All living entities are identical. Tibetani people on TikTok miss you. Sometimes they, in the comments, they ask, why is Tibetani? Where is Tibetani? So for those of them that's missing you, I want to ask you a question. Checkers, Pick n Pay, Checkers, Pick n Pay, person is confused, ShopRite, Spa, or Boxer. Where did you buy your license? How she must have influenced that inspector person. That inspector just had to give it. Just had to give it, and favorably, because just in case he might have to, if he fails, he'll take care again. So he didn't want that experience. He said, there's your license. Just how many kilometers, how many meters you drove to Westney? Maybe about 2 or 3 meters down. I said, hey, please take your license. Okay, congratulations, Westney, on your license. And we hope you can come and drive the Guru around. We've been driving the Guru mad all these years. Now I want to go in a car. And that's also part of the soul. That's also part of the soul. So, in recognizing unism, I'm going into the term unism now because I think that's what they want it to be called academically, unism. We have to have discourses of this nature, but scientific discourses. Scientific discourses. I don't want to use a terminology that some people use, cut my hand and cut your hand and see the blood is the same. I don't want to, I want to go deeper than that. I want to go deeper than that because there are some worms, you cut them and cut yourself. I don't see blood there, I just see jelly-like substances, you know. And you can't say my blood and the worm's jelly-like substance is the same. Can you say that? So we need to go deeper, and we need to say that this body that we are wearing is differentiated into 8.4 million species. And although the vast difference, how huge is 8.4 million species? Almost inconceivable to the mind, yes? If you just have to adapt that 8.4 million species and put it in your head, how difficult it will be. So God has divided the living entities into 8.4 million species. God has differentiated the vehicles in which these souls must travel. But it's not hard to understand if you look at all the models of cars, boats, yachts, aeroplanes that we use to travel, then it is not very difficult to understand, is it? So coming to the soul, you think the Supreme Lord, in all His wisdom, if we have to relate the word wisdom and associate it with the Supreme Lord, you think His wisdom is infinite? Think His wisdom is infinite? Why would He, in His infinite wisdom, create 8.4 million species for the soul to inhabit? What would be the reason to create 8.4 million vehicles for the souls to travel in? What would be the Lord's reason? You think He just one day got up and said 8.4 million species? Or you think He has a definite and scientific reason to create these 8.4 million species of life? Okay, if you don't want to use the word God, then use the word science. Use the word science. And look around you. Look around you. This eternal law, the system is called eternal law. And the knowledge that governs this system called eternal law is simply called knowledge. Simply called knowledge. Alright? So this knowledge exists already in the universe. This knowledge exists already in the universe. Which part of the universe stores knowledge? You all are storing knowledge all the time through your phone person. Every WhatsApp message you get from here to there, where it's getting stored, where can we retrieve it later from? Ether, from space. Space is an element that is storing energy all the time. So when this knowledge that comes from a system called eternal law, this knowledge had to be stored in ether. Yes? At creation, knowledge governing the universe had to be stored somewhere. Had to be stored somewhere. And where you think it was stored? Vasan, if you can store knowledge in ether, you think the Supreme Lord can't store knowledge in ether for mankind? So there is a storage place of knowledge. I'm clinching my argument. Again, I'm using the word clinching. I'm clinching my argument, and I'm saying that the Creator at creation stored knowledge for humanity in the ether, in space. Also stated that humans are the most advanced technology, more advanced than your AI that has become prevalent today, because that AI has also been computed. The knowledge in AI, artificial intelligence, has been programmed by human beings. Has been programmed by humans. So AI can never be more intelligent than the human mind, because it had to be programmed by a human. Okay? It can give you answers very fast, like 1 plus 1 is equal to 2 in a split second, faster than any human. But there are also many human mathematicians that could do the same calculations as AI. Have we found them out? From 12 years old to 80 years old, they had very, very high skills in multiplying, dividing, subtracting, adding. So you have that potential. Every human has the same potential, because you are the same technology. Your components are the same, like all the computers. If you buy 10 computers with an X rated software, all the computers' functions will be the same. Yes or no? You might attain different results because you are individuals using the computer, but the computer has been programmed to give you its optimum. Yes? And everyone can get the optimum from the same series of computers. Yes? So humanity is the same series, is it not? From the 8.4 million species, now let's go into series. Let's go into series. All of humanity is of the same series. Because every human has a brain. Yes? Every human has a heart. Although some are granite, or most are granite. You understanding? So in this series of humanity, each human being is a technology. What your eyes cannot see, as I am seated yet now at this point in time, I am in a frequency. I am emitting light energy, I am absorbing light energy, I am emitting light energy, I am absorbing magnetic energy, and I am emitting magnetic energy. You cannot see it. But if you cannot see it, does not mean it doesn't exist. You listening? All those millions of germs on your bed. When you go to sleep at night, do you see it? But does it mean it does not exist? If you take a microscope and you see how many connections you got, how many friends, how many family, how big your family is that sleep with you every night. You understand? So it doesn't mean if you cannot see it, it does not exist. Right now, at this point in time, when I give you my discourses, and this is why I'm saying I'm clinching this argument, one, that knowledge which the Creator God had dispersed in this universe is stored in ether, and the human is a technology to download that knowledge. As you have a phone, how superior is your phone? What is your phone? How intelligent is your phone? How intelligent is your phone? It has no intelligence, it's been programmed, yes? Can it download information at your fingertips as you requested? Then compare a human to the phone. Compare a human to a phone. A phone is a material technology to download information from ether, and a guru is a spiritual technology to download information from ether. Are you finding it difficult to believe?
No.
Because I do not know Sanskrit. I've never been to any formal spiritual training in the world. In India, there are children from the age of 12 who go into a university of spiritual understanding called Gurukul, and their gurus teach them what I am teaching you for 12 years. In Sanskrit. In Sanskrit, I don't know, I know of a few words in Sanskrit that I relate to you every now and again. How am I sitting here for the past 10 years giving you knowledge that exists by the compiler Veda Vyas accurately every time? Accurately every time. It is because I am a human technology that is tapping into ether and downloading the information that I find relevant for every discourse. And I corroborate it every now and again with whatever has been compiled by the authorized compiler. There is only one compiler in this eternal law, the scriptures that I use. Eternal law, there is only one compiler, and I download this knowledge which has been stored in ether. Is it very hard to understand? Yeah, 50 years ago I would have, this discourse would have almost been impossible, but today, because I am relating myself with technology, it's easy to understand how at a click of a button information can enter your phone. Similarly, at a click of my spiritual button, why can't I download information that has been put there by the Creator? This information that you are downloading has been put by ordinary man. This information that I am downloading has been stored by the Creator Himself. So, in this series called humans, from the 8.4 million species, only this species has capacity to understand unison. Only this species have capacity to understand unison. All the other 8 million species only live through computed instincts. Computed instincts. Which means all 8 million species have been programmed. The human species has also been programmed, and the guru is the technician to deprogram you. Guru is the technician to deprogram you. This is why I am against the happy clappers. Happy clappers live in an illusion. If I make you feel good as a human being, if I make you feel good as a human being? In your next birth, what will you be? A human being. Is that why the Supreme Lord has created human beings? I don't know if you are understanding. There are 8.4 million species of life. It starts from the ocean. Starts from the ocean, it comes into the land, plants, creepers, reptiles, animals, birds, humans, not in that order, but it's the evolution of the soul. Same soul. Same soul. Darwin's theory said you came from a ape. That is Darwin's theory. We got information, okay, you yourself, what does evolution mean? From what word evolution comes?
Evolve.
Evolve. What's the meaning of evolve? Is it continuous or must it stop? Evolve means it must continue being evolving. Person, have you ever seen a human come out of a ape in your 50 years?
Yes. Village idiot.
Oh yeah, our village idiot, and quite a few of my devotees,
Digressing.
Because if you become an ape, then you go on to instinct, aren't you? Yeah. If you did not experience evolution of a human being from an ape to a man, then is that theory scientific? Because in science, you have to experience. So what Darwin did, this book of eternal law, he misinterpreted. That 8.4 million species exist. Does the ape exist?
Yes.
Human exist?
Yes.
But his explanation, is it coherent, true, logical, scientific? Because of its misinterpretation. The soul evolves from one species to the next, to the next, to the next, to the next, until you become a human. It is a journey of the soul from down there. If you're a plant, in what evolved state are you? Very low evolution, yes? And when you're a human, in what evolved state are you? In the highest evolved state. So the Supreme Lord is using all these vehicles for you to reach Him. Supreme Lord only has one goal. Only one goal is for you to reach Him. He has given you many vehicles with the lowest consciousness. Plants have conscience. If you break a branch and if you measure, there is equipment to measure, then you'll feel that there was a disturbance in the frequency of the plant. The plant is also emitting frequency, yes? What it's giving you?
Oxygen.
And it's taking in your carbon dioxide, it's giving you oxygen all the time. It's in a state of flux. Daytime it's taking in, nighttime it's emitting. Yeah, so if you break one of its branches, it shows a disturbance in that frequency, which means it got consciousness. Boss, if somebody give you a sounder, your frequency will also change. Yes? Your consciousness will change. Okay? So if anyone is teaching you as a human being to live comfortably. I'm saying a person calling themselves spiritual master. The qualification of a spiritual master must make you despise materialism. The goal of a spiritual master is to make you despise materialism. Because if you despise materialism, you need to connect to something else. And what is that something else? Spiritual. But if people are calling themselves spiritual masters and they're making you enjoy materialism, they are not spiritual masters, they are material masters. They can't call themselves gurus because guru must take you from darkness to light. Enjoying materialism is darkness, is it not? If you enjoy materialism, your soul, one of your attributes of your soul is bliss. And the Supreme Lord is the reservoir of all bliss. For you to be blissful, a bona fide spiritual master must connect your attribute of bliss to the Supreme Lord's attribute of bliss. For that to happen, you must reject materialism. You must reject materialism. When I say reject materialism, in this material universe, can you live today in the 21st century without a car? Can you live without a fridge? Can you live without a microwave? Can you live without money? So you have to have these essential. Guru does not mean now you must just go and stand in one bush and leave all of these things. Guru means you must emotionally detach your enjoyment from these material things and simply use it as a necessity to reach God. Can you live in Belito and reach God? You can have the most beautiful house, but you must not be attached to it. You must not be. Don't go around the world and say, I'm from Belito. Just say, I live somewhere on the north. And then you know Indians, north. Which part of north? Until you give your physical address, an Indian won't stop questioning you. So he'll bring north and what you give on WhatsApp, location. Yeah, the Indian must have your location. If you tell him I work in court, oh, are you the judge? Are you the prosecutor? No. Who you are. You have to tell that person if you work in court satisfied exactly where you are working. You know the story. Alright. So this is the Indian inquisitiveness. But you have, it's good. Because now I want you to change that inquisitiveness into spirituality. Acharyaji, this information you said you downloading, show me where it exists. You said there is scriptures called the eternal law. Show me, give me a location in the eternal law where you are. I want you to take this inquisitiveness now of worrying about where Satish Bhai quitted in court. Take this inquisitiveness and use it. That is why God gave you the inquisitive mind. God gave you, as I said, the Supreme Lord does nothing which is not relevant. So you do have an inquisitive mind. Jessica?
Yes, Guru.
Yeah, like how you ask Satish every 2 hours, where are you, where are you, where are you? Ask the Guru, where are you in the scriptures today? Where are you in the Bhagavad Gita today? Phone the Guru. Detach from where Satish is. Satish is materialism. His body is material. Detached from where the material body is all day. Satish, but how many times from work she phones you? Before she should see you, she placed you right under her eyes before, as Mother Durga would, you know. So you were right there. And even then, if she didn't see Satish by for an hour, Satish, where are you? Satish will have to come out of the meeting with senior magistrates and say, the minister called me. Minister of Justice called me, then he'll have to go and answer. Sweating too.
Heart palpitations.
You should carry a towel, you'll think he's a pandit. Oh, his shoulder. That was to wipe his sweaty hair in the Jessica calls. Okay? So Guru is saying, now take this same energy. Take this. God already gave you the energy, you're using it in the wrong way. Like there was a devotee here. Alright, I think I must speak about it. I brought this devotee from a state of total blackness. Total blackness. I brought this devotee from far away. This devotee was in an institution. I brought this devotee to the ashram and I spent many years on this devotee. Ultimately, this devotee learned technology from here. From here. Now this devotee is using, this devotee had no life. I'm serious. This devotee had no life. I spent years on this devotee. Lot of hard work, lot of energy exchanges. Because if you are in a dark place and when a bona fide spiritual master attends to you, then there is an exchange of energy. Your pain is replaced by the Guru's grace. The energy called grace from the Guru enters you, the technology. This is the software that I'm talking about, human technology. So the Guru transfers energy. The Guru takes your pain and absorbs your pain, and the Guru gives you his grace. Grace is energy. That energy brings you from your darkness to health. From your darkness to health. And I'm quite surprised that I don't see any gratitude. And we should note this because this is a living laboratory, is it not? Yes. Whatever I do is scientific. And I tell you that many people came through this ashram, over 1,000 that are ungrateful. People that came here with diseases that medical science had no cure, but I cured it. As long as the disease was in existence, the people were in attendance. As soon as I removed the disease, they don't need the Guru anymore. Alright, so Ashmika, I don't think all your problems will be over. If I just put my magic wand over your head and bless you,
It should be gone.
be gone or no? Abir, which Guru you want to go to on this Sunday? Yeah. As long as some parts of the pain is still there, then you'll have to have the Guru. So if you look now through technology, you'll see this person that I gave life to is now promoting an illusion. Is now promoting an illusion. I gave this person validated scientific evidence. But look at the mindset. This person is now promoting happy clapping. Right? Promoting this ashram was at a very minimal, very minimal when this ashram gave this person life. Today you must see the amount of promotion this person is promoting an illusion. So this is where most of our human are. I'm proving scientifically that no matter how much information I can give you, you can be the custodian. This personality was also transcribing my discourses. So to transcribe my discourse, you had to play it over and over and over again, but nothing went in. Nothing went because you're promoting an illusion. All these materialistic gurus do not fall under the category of a guru. Because if they're teaching you happy clapping, if they're teaching you to dance, if they're teaching you to sing, which life they making comfortable of yours? Which life?
Material.
Material. They are entrapping you to take another material body. They can't be gurus. Because the guru, as defined in the terminology guru, GU means, RU means, a guru should be bringing you from darkness to light. And which darkness that is? Attached to materialism. And which light that is? Attachment to God. And you can hear the, go download, please, for the next month, listen to the discourses of this so-called personality that this person is promoting. There is nothing substantial from the scriptures. Nothing is scriptural. It's all happy living. And people are zoned. People are zoned into this happy living. Tell me which human being won't want to clap and be happy? It's a natural phenomenon. Don't you think?
Yes.
Dance in circles and do all those funny things. God is the absolute scientist. Why would God want you to sing and come to Him or dance and come to Him? God must give you a proper GPS, don't you think? I'm being serious. If God is the ultimate, must He not give you an ultimate direction on how to get to Him? Why must He leave you here and there and there and there and there for you to work yourself on how to reach Him? Don't you think if He's the creator, like a microwave? You have, how many of you bought a microwave in your life? Did it not come with a manual? Did the manual not explain itself to you in simple language?
Yes.
How to put it on, how many voltage it takes, and if A happens, B happens, C happens, what you have to do? Does the manual not? Then why would not God have created a manual for explaining to you explicitly how to reach Him? You understand? So as a soul, please go on TikTok and find Mr. Warthog. Alright? It's now changing the theory of animals. Because I saw him racing lions. And I thought lions were the king of
The jungle.
jungle. And this is the most comical animal on earth at the moment, because from the videos I'm seeing, it goes to lions, leopards, wild dogs. They don't interfere with him. He goes there and he interferes with them. When they race him, he can outrun any of these animals, and he has an underground tunnel as a house. So as they're chasing him, he reverses into his house and they all bewildered. Okay, I sent some, and I'm really enjoying this series. They only have one song. Whoever is doing this, they have a song in Zulu, and they're excited about him. All right. Sometimes you see him roaming with his family. Sometimes you see him with his wife. But it's beautiful. This is why God created so many species of life, so that we can interact. We can interact with each species and unify ourselves. Okay, so Tibeshni is tired. She has a whole lot of things to do on a Sunday. She just made it, you know. to come to service, and I cannot talk and talk and talk because she's listening with half.
Yes.
Yeah, her consciousness told her, hey, license, ashram. So she paused herself and came to ashram to make sure the license is still in existence. But she has other plans for today, her mother knows. Alright? Devashni has big plans. And the Guru is wasting her valuable time. She worked it out. If she come for half the discourse, she only have to listen to the Guru for half an hour. So we also, she knows what time the discourse is, what time our invocation ends. She is with us for how many years? Devashni? 7, 8 years. She grew in this satsang. Alright? So Devashni, I need to round up and bring this discourse back into its perspective. Our topic is the soul, and we spoke about words. We said every word must denote something naturally. Every word must denote something naturally. So if we say donkey, Devashni, what comes in your mind? What comes in your mind? Did ashram have 2 donkeys? Alright? And then there was someone that was connected to the 2 donkeys as a human. As a human being, also very, very high in the hierarchy of this ashram. And I always told this person he had a relationship with the donkey. Always told him over the years. We had a donkey for how many years there was? 2 donkeys.
2 years?
About 2 years. And these were disciplined donkeys. They knew what an ashram was. I never heard them. What sound the donkeys make? Bray. I never heard the donkeys bray. You can ask Mataji, we stay near with the donkeys in the ashram. We never heard a sound from them. Alright? Devotees used to come to the ashram after feeding the cows, they used to feed the donkeys. And they were cute. They were beautiful. Beautiful animals, cute. But God limited. Well, we say donkeys are the most stupid animals. Don't we say that? Yeah, we got that from the West. Donkeys are one of the most intelligent animals in the world. See, Guru is saying this now. I want you to go and research. This is what the Guru should give you. Guru should give you true knowledge. Donkeys are intelligent. Now people are going to say this Guru is okay, but let's look at the old understanding of a donkey. Right? So I told this person that you are so stupid that even the donkeys are upset with you for taking their titles. And I told him repeatedly over 2 years. Right? I told him my donkeys are upset with you, you are so stupid. And this was a very high-ranking personality in this ashram. Very, very high profile and high-ranking. So I proved it to him. As soon as he landed down and he went to the donkeys, for the very first time in their life, the donkeys got violent and agitated. As soon as they saw him, they were upset with him for taking their title. And there were witnesses that were with him who heard my discourses, who said, Guru, you always speak the truth, you are right. Even none of the devotees here heard the donkey's brain. Did anyone? Vasan, you heard the donkey? On that day, as soon as he walked down the driveway and he came in close proximity of them, they were really upset for stealing the title of stupidity from them. Okay, so this ashram has always been a practical, whatever we test in theory, we prove in practicality. Now I'm coming back and I want to impress upon you, it's my job. One of my job is to unify all of you, and you can see today I'm saying there is only one sound that emanates from your body without deflection of your tongue. You can try it. Make any other sound. Jessica, all that energy you used in talking to your husband over the years, use at least 1 hour and try some sounds and come and prove me wrong. You have energy for sound, Jessica. Satisfy, remind her every time she tells you something, tell her go find an alternate to Om with that sound that is using on you. Alright? So I'm saying, and this has been scientifically proven already, that the sound, the original frequency, the sound that's keeping this universe in its existence is the sound Om. The minute that sound stops, this universe, entire universe, will be absorbed in that sound. Hear what I'm saying? The sun, does the sun orbit?
Yes.
Does the sun orbit? Does the moon orbit? Does the planet orbit? Everything in this universe orbits, it's always in constant motion. Similarly, you, as a human being, is in perfect harmony with all that is orbiting. You, the human technology, is in perfect harmony with all that is orbiting. You understand? You think you are still, you are never still, you are in a constant state of vibration. It is a perception that you are still. The only time you are still is when you are in deep sleep. Do you know when you are in deep sleep? When Vasudeva, when are you in deep sleep? When you get up the next morning and you didn't have a dream. You can't remember a dream. You slept like a baby. No dream. That is the only time you are not in visible motion. But even in that state, all your cells are vibrating. Your cells vibrate in resonance of the vibration of the entire universe. Everything has to be vibrating at all times. You are in a constant state of vibration. When you vibrate, you synchronize the vibration of the universe. And the frequency in which everything vibrates is Om. Yes? Then there are lower vibrations, there are higher vibrations, there are very high vibrations, but that unifying vibration in which every entity is connected, both material and spiritual, is Om. You understand? So whilst you are seated here, there's another human in America, one in Greenland, one in Iceland, one in Europe. The vibration Om connects you to this entire universe. So right now you're connected to beings in every continent and also beings in every planet. We are connected and interconnected to everything that exists in this planet. Vasan, you are connected to a shark. Do you know that? In the ocean, one shark is busy moving. Vasudeva is connected to the shark is connected to Vasudeva. All of you understand? If you remove any of these species, what will happen to mankind? Who loves ants? Who loves ants entering your sugar container, your cake? Who loves the row of ants going down your corridor to your kitchen. If you remove the ants from planet Earth, all the ants that live on this planet Earth, what do you think will happen to the planet's equilibrium? Do you know what the ants do? Where does the ant live half of its life? What does the ant take underground? Energy. We say which part of the food is good and which part is bad, but collectively, whatever food is energy. And on the way down, do you know they are the best engineers in the world? Ants are the best engineers in the world. Do you know the sun follows them wherever they are under the ground? Do you know the importance of sun rays? Do you know the importance of sun rays penetrating the earth? Have you thought about it? Do you know how long a bee lives? If you remove all the bees from this universe, what do you think will happen? What will happen to your oxygen content?
No plants.
You think you need this type of education? Why you need it? Next time you see a bee, Vasan, what will you do? But leave it alive. Because it might be your next breath off. Okay. You're nice and old, you can't breathe. Then the bee will come and buzz around you and tell you, hey, when I was giving you air, you know what you did. Do you understand? So God created this universe specifically and scientifically. Did He not? Because now you're understanding the ants have a role, the bees have a role. All of the 8 million species have a role so that mankind can use the human body to connect to God. Again, I want you to hear this nicely. 8 million species of life gives one species of life to connect to God. Are you understanding? It is the sacrifices of all these other species. Person, can you imagine living as an ant? Do you want to go and live as an ant? But you know once upon a time you were, and as you was evolving. But you don't think that life is good, burrowing hole and stealing from human, being a nuisance to human. Huh? But can you see the significance and importance? 8 million species of life are sacrificed to give one species of life bliss and happiness. Yes? All these other species, they're busy working right now as you are seated here. The birds are working, the snakes are working. Every species is working so that you could drive to the ashram in comfort. Did you ever think of it in that way? that you need to give gratitude to every living entity for your prosperity. Before alarm clocks came into being, who should get you up early to go into farming? You understand? But what gratitude you give the rooster was? For Tasi time, neck out. So my job is unism. I was calling it oneness, but now we'll change to unism so it will fit in the academic criteria properly. And to make you aware that this universe is not about you. This universe is not about you. August, will you ever crush an ant when you walk in? Kumcho in Hindi we say, crush and make sure it's dead. When you see an ant passing by, just help it. If it's in a place in your house, help it. And but God said, if pests in this book, Internal Constitution, if a huge cobra would poison come and live in your bedroom, you have to defend yourself. Right, but don't go and hold a cobra and say, hey, to you, I'm alive and I'm prosperous today. That cobra will hear nothing. Poison, you go. But if you walk in outside and you see ants and you see these animals, let them be. Let them be. Like we get over 100 frogs every night for 6 months. Jessica? Even you're screaming and shouting, you can't beat the frogs. Can't beat the frogs. But we endure it. Sometimes the boy puts them in a packet and takes them across. 2 hours later they're back here. Because through God's law, if a frog was born in a particular pond, it will go wherever it goes, it will come back to the same pond to reproduce. So Mataji, no Mataji, Jessica, no Jessica, my boys, no boys, they will land back here. All you have to do is put the fan on number 3, face it anywhere, the buzzing of the fan you will get used to. And you can sleep. Alright, but can you see now that one frequency Om? Again, I'm coming back to Om, I'm coming back to a frequency. That frequency keeps all of us alive. We all living because of that frequency. We have names because of that frequency. The name Tiveshni came from Om. The name Tiveshni came from Om. Tiveshni, if your father, you can tell him to call you in short Om. Alright? You understand? All names and forms came from that one frequency Om, and Om does not belong to Hindus or Indians, it's universal. Alright? And as it went along, the next system after this eternal law was Zoroastrianism. After Zoroastrianism was Judaism. So Judaism misinterpreted that Om and they added language to it. Say Shalom. Say. See Om, when they brought language to it, the deflection of the tongue made Om Shalom. And then as it moved in the Middle East, it went into
Amen.
Christianity, and Om became A.
Amen.
Amen. Amen. Then it went to Islam and it became
Amen.
Amen. Amen. Amen. Amen. Shalom. But you can see now the original sound as it goes from one point to another point to another point. So if I say Vasan is wearing a black jacket today, then if Satish tells someone in Shallcross, Vasan was wearing a black jacket, he'll forget black but he'll say blue. And when it lands to someone in India, Vasan was wearing a white jacket today. You understand? When we take information and pass it on and pass it on and pass it on and pass it on and pass it on, what happens to the last person?
Gets distorted.
So somebody tried it in Mataji's sister's wedding. I think it was Priya's. They wrote something on a piece of paper and they said the first person must tell the second person, and I think there were 40 of us there. When it went to number 40, it was completely different. So I practically had this experience. All right. So similarly, that sound Om got translated into language. Now we need to bring it back into its frequency, because word also has frequency. I'm using the word frequency. Does the word frequency emanate in a frequency from it?
Yes.
You understand? But the source of all frequencies is Om. Source of all frequencies is Om, and then it became into language. So the universe is listening to you 24/7. Universe is listening to you 24/7, and the universe is there to fulfill all your requests, because universe is abundance. Where's the gold? In the universe. Where's the money? In the trees. In the trees. Alright? Money is also an illusion. Money is an illusion unless it's in your wardrobe. Whose money is in the wardrobe or under the mattress? It's an illusion. You press a few buttons here and a few buttons there, the money goes from there, the money lands there, the money can go into any part of the world because it's an illusion. Money had its value when you took a cow and you traded it for maize. Tangible value. You took a cow that was worth so much, you traded it for maize. Now everything is an illusion, because money is basically tree. Doesn't give me 20 trees. You understand? If I have to go to a machine and pull out what we call money, we'll be pulling out receipts. Money is a receipt for its value in the Reserve Bank. Jessica, how's 20 receipts there? You understand? How's the loan on your receipts? Is it not an illusion?
Yeah.
Where's the real money? Where's the value of that money? In the Reserve Bank. They print money on the amount of gold stored in the Reserve Bank. Okay, I don't know why I landed there. Tibeshne, how did I land on money and the Reserve Bank? From the trees. Alright? So even the trees Without nature, you have nothing. And that there will come a time where technology will be able to read the sounds. In fact, they have it. NASA has all the technology. They're not going to make it available. Because if they make it available, then India will become the superpower. Because this knowledge that I'm giving you currently is held in custody in India. But once upon a time it was around the world. Every nation, every tribe, every culture had this knowledge. In this current status of the world, it's held in India. But the frequency of every living entity they measured and they found it to be Om. All the planetary systems, when they capture the sound and they reduce it, they find it to be Om. So Om is resonating in everything, in the planetary systems, everywhere. And I'm going to show you scientifically next week that how you have a counterpart in the universe. How you have a counterpart in the universe. Yes, I went to money because I said the universe is waiting for you. Universe is waiting for you. So I had a friend, a good friend, he came here. He's a wheeler and dealer. Wheeler and dealer. I said the story once more, but I just want to bring it into his scientific perspective. So from the time I met him, he bought one of my taxis. He'll always say, I'm puzzling. And you know him, Jessica. From the time I met him until today, his house is in the same condition. In the same condition. It's Vasan, you know him too. I took you down to his, right? So he makes deals all over. So he'll come to you, hey, how is my bro? You're selling the car for 20, hey, I'm puzzling. I only got 5,000. And you'll give it, he'll convince you to give it to him for 5,000, alright? So how does the universe see him? What message is he sending? See, the universe is scientific. And you are scientific. You're a technology, the universe is a supercomputer, you're a mini computer connected to the universe. You making a request to the universe through your emotions, through your frequency. Emotion is a frequency, it's an energy that translates into, if you say, I'm puzzling, what you send the universe? What the universe will send back to you. That is why I know how much of money went in his hand, but he couldn't afford 100 liters of paint to paint his house. And he's a prominent person. He is a prominent person. Yes, Jessica? Yes, Vasan? But because he's telling the universe he's puzzling, everything about him is puzzling. Okay? So, we need to reconfigure, and you need to understand that you are a technology. You need to understand that you are a technology, and that is what a bona fide spiritual master does. He changes your frequency so you can start attracting from the universe. I'll show you later when we use the word universe, why I'm using the word universe now, and we'll name the universe scientifically later. So if you say, I have abundance, what frequency you requesting the universe for?
Abundance.
Because the universe will give you positive if your request is positive. If you say, I don't have abundance, what you telling the universe, what energy you send in, the word don't, what energy is traveling to the universe? negative. Then you'll never have, because you telling the universe you don't want abundance. It is science. It's a message you send in from you, the technology, to the prosperity, that's another technology. So we need, but in order to get your quota properly, you have to be on the righteous path. If an alcoholic tells the universe, sharp alcoholic that's listening to my discourse, tells the universe, I have enough alcohol. You think the universe will send SA breweries to his house? I'm just saying. So your request also have to be righteous and positive. Is alcohol a positive beverage?
No.
You understand? So when you request righteously and you request for things that are not going to harm you, the universe will respond. You saw Vasan. Vasan and I, we live in our own universe at the moment. I hope to bring all of you all into this universe. It's a very, very beautiful universe. So, and I made Nadine be the witness. I hope she witnessed. I said, when Vasan was here at the ashram, where was I, Vasan? Toti. You phoned me before leaving. And I told him he left. I told him he forgot some things that's going to be vital for his job. Alright? And Vasan realized that very important spares were still in his car. Otherwise he would have went all the way to Bloom without those spares. How did I do it? Then when he was there, I told him, don't leave that place. You're going to find 3 major faults. And I don't want you to go back. Did you find the 3 major faults? You understand? So, you can create a universe with your guru. Everyone, Vasan, can everyone connect in that universe? Your qualification is unfaltering belief in your guru. Vasan's entire family despises the guru. Yes, Vasan? From day one up until today. But so nobody could have been in a more uncomfortable position for having a relationship with me. Nobody could have been in a more uncomfortable. Oh, he's only living out how long now? 1 year, 2 years. Okay, it's going to be 2 years just now. Before that, he lived inside this family. And his family did everything to detract Vasan from this spiritual path. Okay? And he went over all odds to be loyal to his guru. At that point in time, I had given him very small crumbs. Vasan, I just gave him some crumbs. But he passed all those hurdles. And he's still fighting with his family even up till today. They're still attacking the Guru and he's still defending the Guru up until today. So to create a universe, asked Vasan, the only other person that tried to create a universe was Vishwamitra. You heard of Vishwamitra? He tried to create a parallel universe and he almost did it. Alright? After that comes Vasan. So all of you, there's a lesson. Just be loyal to the Guru. It does not matter what you understand and what you don't understand and how you understand. Just be loyal to the Guru. And most of you that are here are loyal to the Guru. That is why you all are still here. Don't argue with the Guru. The Guru might tell you to do things that's contradictory to what you believe is right. Just do it. Just do it. Okay, so this series of discourses is going to get very, very intensive because it's a very, very deep topic. And if you Google this topic, you're not going to find a coherent understanding with science, scripture, and no bias. Remember, I cannot be biased. Unism and bias do not go hand in hand. That is why I stopped using certain words. I'm using English words. God did not teach me Sanskrit, so I must not use Sanskrit words. So whatever was originally in Sanskrit, I am using English words. I'm saying eternal law. I'm saying knowledge, so that there is absolutely no bias, but I'm saying it through my culture. I'm dressed in my culture. Everyone has to have a culture. I'm teaching this universal law through my culture. I'm not teaching you my culture. I'm not teaching you my culture. I'm teaching you universal law, but I am using my culture as a platform to teach you universal law. Will you learn, will you go to university and the professor is a Muslim? Will you study law under him if you want to study law?
Yes.
On Fridays or every day he'll wear his Muslim attire, but you'll still study law from him?
Yes.
If the professor is a Hindu, will you still study law from him? If the professor is a Christian, will you still, if the professor is a Jew, will you still study law from him? Does it matter from which culture or religion he comes? Law is, that's all I'm teaching you. I'm teaching you universal law. It belongs to all living entities, not only to human beings. And my job is to connect you, like how I connected Vasan to the tree. Vasan, I connected you to the tree. Use the tree for oxygen, not for the money, boy. Right? Go to every tree, tell the tree, thank you for the oxygen, I'm alive. Don't go now and hug all the trees and say, please convert yourself into receipts for the money that's in the Reserve Bank. Jai Shriman Narayan.